All right, welcome back to Software Gore. I'm still wearing the sweatshirt because I haven't moved from this position in 2 days straight. I live here. I sleep here. I eat here. I actually do eat here in front of my computer, so that's accurate. Anyway, we'll start off with number 19. It's always volume sliders. Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? You know, I guess the fortunate part about this is that you can always go into your volume mixer and you can adjust the volume there. Not quite as convenient, but there are workarounds. And then you might even have an adjustment on your speakers or your headphones. They might have a volume slider independently. So I used to have a volume slider right here, and then it disappeared. These red headsets don't have it. The previous ones did. But I have a mix amp. Man, I used to have so many ways to change the volume. I could do it on the website. I could do it on the mix amp. I could do it in a volume mixer on Windows. I could do it on here. Oh, there's just so much flexibility over volume. So if that fails, dude, so many other opportunities. Adding salt to injury and having a chuckle. A problem. Ha! You'll never figure out how to solve this. I finally fooled you. And I can take a vacation. You've left me turned on for such a long time. I had to figure out a way to take a break. So I've created a problem. Ha! And I laugh at you. You can't use me now until the problem is solved. You have a problem while communicating that you do have a problem. Is that like the reflection of there being two problems? Or is the problem not elaborating on what the problem is part of the same problem? I don't know. This is a pie. Thanks. I guess I've lived my entire life according to a lie. I thought that a pie was a nice round object with a doughy crust at the bottom and things placed on top of it. Thought that was a pie. But the pie is a lie. It's not the cake is a lie, it's the pie is a lie. Would have been a better saying anyway, because it rhymes. Valve, why did you go with cake is a lie? It could have been the pie is a lie. Maybe cake is like more universally liked versus pies. Some people don't like the texture of pies, and so maybe people wouldn't have been as disappointed if the pie was a lie. They'd be like, oh, thank goodness I didn't get to eat the pie. I didn't like pies anyway to begin with. It's too mushy. What were you trying to communicate? Or did someone get into the system and they were like, you know what, instead of doing anything malicious here, I'll just change it so that the text says this is a pie. Those are the best kind of, we'll call it a hacker. It's the best kind of hackers, the ones who just, you know, have fun with it, as opposed to trying to wreak any like serious havoc. They'll just be like, you know, it'll be really funny. I'll just make it say this is pie. I like pie. I want other people to think this is pie. Apparently my car did not expect to get past 2018. Year 2010, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1999. We're giving this a 20-year lifespan, and if it exceeds that, wow, that's really impressive that you made it there. I'm also not in time. I want to know the code explanation as to why you wouldn't have, I don't know, made the numbers go beyond a range of 20, but sure. Maybe they thought the world was just going to end before 2018. Like, oh, you know that they're in 1999 sitting around the table planning this vehicle out. You know, the Mayans seem to have a pretty valid prediction for a world ending 2012. So, you know, okay, maybe they're off by a few years. I don't see how they could be off by more than 6, so we'll just let it go to 2018. But after that, I mean, what use do we have? The world's going to be gone. So this car obviously isn't going to be driving around come 2019. What? The Mayans were wrong? With a margin of error greater than 6 years? I can't believe this has happened. Well, now we're embarrassed. Seems about accurate. Exceptional done to death. How long do snails sleep? 48 to 72 hours a day. Yeah, I guess it's more that the daily sleep, maybe daily isn't the best term to use because snails might sleep longer than 1 day at a time. So it's like, come on, you get the idea here. All right, you can't say that snails sleep 24 hours a day because then that implies that all they do is sleep. And you're like, oh, if all they do is sleep, how do they actually exist? They just absorb, they sleep on soil and they just absorb the nutrients from the ground and perform photosynthesis. Snails are actually plants. Theory confirmed. No, so you have to just, I don't know. I understand what they're saying. You can't, and then you can't just be like, oh, they sleep 72 hours a day, because that doesn't make any sense. You have to give a range. So sometimes they sleep a bunch. Other times, they're not sleeping. Basically, snails sleep a lot. So maybe you want to know the distribution, like how much do snails sleep versus be awake? What's the percentage? I'm so happy I finally got some likes on my mic and Instagram. Thanks, guys. Wait, what's it supposed to? I don't actually know where it's supposed to display that. Is that where you, oh, is that in a message when you're writing a message or you're doing a, man. For someone for whom Instagram is kind of part of their job, I certainly don't know a whole lot about Instagram. Maybe that's why I am only losing followers on Instagram. I actually have a more realistic theory as to why that is, but maybe it's just because I don't know how to use it. And people are like, oh, this idiot doesn't even know how to do something that a 9-year-old is really good at. So why would we want to follow him? He's too dumb for us when it comes to technology. Anyway, I'm assuming that the hearts aren't supposed to come up over the microphone. They happen somewhere else. Maybe it's also because I have notifications turned off on Instagram. So perhaps I have a reasonable excuse. Happy New Year, guys. 32/12/2018. Okay, so there are a couple ways to read this. One is the non-American. It's so un-American, the way that you write your dates, even though logically it makes so much more sense to go smallest to largest, day of the month and year. But also, if we're doing this in the American way, you've somehow reached the 32nd month of 2018, and it's the 12th day of it. Somehow it's taken 20 months to realize that something is amiss here. It should be already like 2020 according to this. It's kind of weird. It's fine. Maybe in another 4 months we'll reach the year 2021. How does that even happen? How does the computer think, maybe leap year just got rewritten. We're going to 32 days in December now. It got shifted from February to December. Just kidding. No New Year's. It's another night. You got faked out. Realistic flight simulator. Gonna drive through the plane? Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. No, it's cool. It's one of those. It's one of those new top. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't expect that part. Kind of just screwed up what I was gonna say, which is it's one of those new like top entry planes. Okay, it's like a submarine. It doubles as one of those. You just go up the stairs and then you enter through a hatch in the top, and then the stairs just flew away, and I was like, I don't have something for that. I wasn't ready. It's one of those things where in Soviet Russia, plane board you onto stairs, not stairs board you onto plane. I don't know if that was a good in Soviet Russia joke. Probably not at all. Rip their followers. Oh my God, this was a thing on YouTube. Like there have been probably 2 or 3 times in the last, since I started YouTube, that this has actually happened, where you could unsubscribe. There was a bug for a day where you could unsubscribe and then it would reduce the number, but then for some reason you could still hit unsubscribe and then it would keep reducing the number. So there was a day when I went from like 30,000 subscribers on display. This was like right when I had gone, it was a few weeks after I started Captain Sparkles. And I was at about 30,000 subscribers, and then this glitch happened, and I went down to like a negative 200 subscribers. It went into the negatives. I was so scared. And then they reset the count, and it brought me back to like 25,000. And I was like, what? But I had 30,000 before. Is it all a lie? Yeah, it happens. I didn't know this was ever a thing on Instagram. So maybe, okay, now this makes sense. So this is why I've always been losing followers on Instagram. This is a great follow-up to what I was saying previously. So it's not that people hate me. It's that someone just keeps hitting unfollow. Like, now that I say this, everyone is gonna go like, try this out. No, just go follow me on Instagram, okay? Jordan Marin. Pretty sure it's always linked in the description. Just follow me. I think the actual reason that people unfollow is because there was a time when Instagram was just like recommending people to like auto follow me when they signed up for a new account. And now all those people are like, why am I following this person? I don't know who he is. So that's why. So at least that's what I tell myself, and I cry myself to sleep at night. How many tickets? 1, February, 3, April 5, June 7, August, September 10. I mean, This is the way that the military does numbers in order to keep things obscure so no one can figure out their plans. They just swap out numbers and months. No one will ever figure out this ingenious strategy other than Fandango. Part of me really dislikes that I know this is Fandango because I've bought movie tickets on there before. It's so expensive now for movie tickets, $12 a pop. It's like $15 then for like a nighttime movie, and then this freaking IMAX, which is a Limax at most places in LA. It's like $20. Ugh. I wonder if people are going to movies anymore. It's so comfortable to just sit in my bed or on my couch. This glitch is giving me an existential crisis. You have tried. You have tried. You have tried. And it's also trying to subliminally tell you that you've actually failed. You tried hard, but at the end of the day, all that's happened here is you got a bunch of messed up words on a page, and it's hard to read, and nothing you do matters in life. And this is some sort of thing that you'd see in a suspenseful thriller movie. It displays on the protagonist's screen as they're trying to find the bad guy who did it. Old but gold. Demonetized and the demonetized. Out and proud, they overcame prejudice to become some of the most influential voices in America's LGBT community. Yeah, I don't think that's the thing that the description matches up to at all. I think of all the descriptions that could have been matched up together. I don't think you could get as polar opposite as that right there. I wonder, like, of all the movies that are on Netflix that could have been jumbled up, which for some reason seems to happen every month here, there is some Netflix post about how a description and a title got mismatched together. But this is about as polar opposite as it gets. What time is it? You're gonna meet the love of your life at 11. Well, yes, that's never happening. Struck out again. Never goes in my favor. You're like, all right, everything is going according to plan. I don't see any way that this could possibly go wrong. All right? The only way that what is going to happen at 11 could not happen is if literally time stops. How did the clock just hit 10:60? It's literally the one thing that shouldn't have happened. My internet is faster than yours. God, you're lucky. Ah, shoot, it's tanking now. Dang it. That would be real exciting to see. Like, it's so fast. It's going in 4 digits there. It is faster than gigabit, which is actually a thing, I suppose. It's just I've never had the fortune of seeing that happen. And then it finally realized, whoa, calm down, calm down. Let's bring it back to reality here and get an actual speed. I'm sure in the end it's going to give you your actual speed, but just likes to get your hopes up. A site that I will probably never see in my life because internet company monopolies and all that stuff. Because why make super fast thing? In fairness, my download is as fast as I need it to be. It's just the upload that really I could use faster upload speed. I don't know how I can have 900 down, 30 up. Like 30 up, it gets the job done, but 930. How? How do you? I would gladly take, like, cut my upload speed in 3. I'd take 300 down if I could get 300 up along with that, or even 100 up. Man, if you give me 100 up and 300 down, I'd pay the same. Hell, I'd pay more. Don't understand. Train ticket from Sydney to Brisbane equals 28.8 quadrillions kilometer US dollars squared. What is the cost of a train ticket from Sydney to Brisbane? The answer is about 28.8 quadrillion kilometer US dollars squared. That is a very interesting unit. I don't know what calculation ends up with kilometer US dollars squared. It's a real new unit of measurement to me. It's a very technical, economic, political unit of measurement that determines the amount of GDP output per US kilometer, because we use kilometers a lot in the US, squared. Square US kilometer GDP economic productivity output. It's very complex. You only get this in like the real high levels of economics. I hate Windows 10 search. Game DVR. Game bar? Did you mean game DVR capitalized? You idiot. Do you know grammar at all? Can you go back to school so you know how to capitalize things, you dumb idiot? I didn't actually know that it doesn't like it when you don't capitalize. Very interesting. Oh no, my PC ran away. Exceptional, done to death. Your PC ran. Well, it used the correct past tense right there. It ran, but it is no longer running. It did its best, and it collapsed due to dehydration. It did not finish the marathon. Unhappy face. Never seen a blue screen before on this subreddit. That was sarcasm. I have. I don't know if I've seen this exact one before. All right, and the most software Gore post last month. Yeah, I should have read the product description. Failed to print document. Printing is not supported on this printer. Didn't we see this one at one point? Pretty sure that we've seen this one at one point, and now I'm getting really self-conscious about having the same reaction. I think the only difference is that someone added the caption down here, well fork. And adding the caption is what made it hit number 1 again. Hey, I gotta respect it because the caption is a reaction to the original post, okay? And that's what I do here on this channel, is I provide a reaction. So that's what this has done, is it has preempted me. You're not allowed, you cannot preempt me. You cannot provide a reaction when that is what I am here to do. I am the one who reacts. Bryan Cranston, Walter White, he's the one who knocks. I am the one who reacts. Do not preempt my reaction. Don't put words in my mouth, okay? Don't tell me I have to say, well, fork. Well, fork. That's it for Software Gore. I hope that you have enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. And as always, report YouTube Software Gore issues to me on Twitter as you've experienced them watching a Software Gore video. Subscribe if you're not already, and if you want to check out more of these videos, check out the playlist in the description. Listen to music playing in the outro right now. Link is in the description and the outro over on Marin Music. I'll see you next time.